Good morning. Welcome to my place. Now, I will explain what I mean when I say that in just a moment, but here to help me do so, allow me to introduce David Falardo, Youth Resources Facilitator here at Children's Aid Society Teens. How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. You?
Good. Okay, tell me why you have nicknamed this My Place.
Because this is a place where youth that are in care between the ages of 14 and 21 roughly can come and hang out. This is their place. This is for youth in care to come together and kind of talk a little bit.
All right, I got to tell you, I wish that my place had a fraction of the nifty things to do that this one has.
Yeah.
Why was it important to include things like pool tables and foosball and a bigger TV than most people have at their house?
Well, I guess this is well, it was one of the ways that to get the youth to come here and to open up the dialogue. We're an advocacy group, so CAST, essentially we call ourselves CAST for Children's Aid Society Teens. And we wanted a cozy place where they could come together, open up, talk a little bit about what it's like to be, what their lives are like, what it's like to be in care, what are the things that they think need to change in the child welfare system, and they can come and open up the dialogue a little bit and feel comfortable doing it. So it's really an advocacy group for youth that are in care.
And you and I were chatting a few minutes before we started actually filming about sort of breaking down that barrier and clearing away the stereotype that sometimes surrounds children that grow up in foster care, right?
So yeah, so a lot of the things that we do, we'll go around. We'll talk about advocating for youth in care across the province, locally. We also do it on a national level. And we also put together presentations, so the youth will go and present on the stigmas associated with being in care. They'll talk about the labels that are associated with the fact that they're in care and how to break those down. So they'll talk, for example, at the with Youth Centers Canada, we're quite involved with them too, and we bring forth a few of those presentations where they talk about the fact that you're a foster youth does not necessarily mean that you're into drugs or that you're ADHD or whatever. Right. So yeah. Okay, and
that's too bad that people immediately assume that of these children who are now, you know, teenagers, right? Okay, so October is Child Abuse and Neglect Prevention Month. The slogan for the campaign is Use Your Voice. Do you want to tell me a little bit more about that for people who may have missed our conversation earlier in the morning?
Sure. So what's essentially CAST here represents the voice of the youth inside the society, right? And so we usually take part in a lot of different campaigns. Over the years, we've partnered up with various radio stations, for example, and done radio commercials. So the youth would write little scripts that they would say on the radio, talk a little bit about being in care, and also about breaking down the barriers that might be associated with that, right? And so this is very empowering for the youth, and it's very positive. I always say I have the best job in this place.
And why is that?
Because I get to hang out with youth all the time.
Right, and you know what? Well, you're helping them accomplish something that would mean a lot. If I were to write a script and it were to be incorporated into a radio commercial, I would, have some serious boasting rights, I think.
Absolutely. They also get to meet with the executive board here. We're fortunate to have a great team of managers and senior managers that want to meet with the youth. They want to hear what the youth have to say. And we've also met with the Minister of Children and Youth Services in Queen's Park. So these are great opportunities for the youth to meet people, and it's really empowering, right? So.
Thanks so much for the tour of your place.
Thank you very much. Thanks for coming.
And thanks so much for joining us on our tour this morning of the Children's Aid facility here in Telesat Court.